What's up? Ooh, what's going on, everyone? Ladies and gentlemen of Prestige, let me know if you can hear me clearly. Just let me know you can hear me clearly. And then we're about to get started right now. Let me know. Make sure you hit that like button, share, subscribe. As you're coming in, I'm just checking the audio, making sure everything is going well. All right. Shout out to all 5 of you listening to me. Shout out to you. Welcome back. Hit that like button. We're going to be talking about Apostle Suleiman today. Suleiman, Apostle, the great Apostle Suleiman. We're going to be talking about him today. The news broke out about him yesterday. He lost some of his empire member. We're going to be talking about that today. Welcome back. Let me just make sure that you can hear me. I'm trying to get to the screen in a second. Welcome back. Hit that like button. As you're coming in. Just hit that like button for me. Thank you. Awesome. Yep, let's have a conversation today. Hit that like button as you're coming in. Let's talk about Apostle Suleiman today. Did you like that thumbnail? What do you guys think about my thumbnail, by the way? We tried our best to make sure he's getting the necessary attentions, because this whole thing is a game. Oh my God. But we must play it so that we can bring insights, foresights, all of the above, so we can bring that to the people. Exposed who is safe. All right, so Obiajulu, good to see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to Obiajulu. Shout out to you. Yep, thank you. Bagavad, welcome back, my sister. Chinye, welcome back, my sister. Kisata, welcome back. Thank you so much. Hit that like button. Grab a link to the video and share it. Okay, we're just gonna talk today. I've got a few videos, examples we're gonna dig in through. I think it's the first time. I think we've mentioned Apostle Suleiman one time on another topic video, but today we're gonna dive into it. Okay. First of all, RIP to all 7 people that passed away in the attack on this convoy yesterday. Yeah, RIP, rest in peace to those people. And our heart goes out to that family and the family of Apostle Suleiman. But we must talk. We have to talk about this. There's so much lessons in this that I want to bring to your awareness today. And hopefully, maybe you know 1 or 2 things too, right? Maybe you know 1 or 2 things. Shout out to you, Obiajulu. You came to the right place. Yes, welcome. Brand new member of the Prestige family. Welcome. All right. Yes. So let me see here my video. I'm not sure if my video is good, but again, I'm in a hotel room, so my speed is limited. I want to make sure that we're able to transmit properly. Okay. And let me see here. Let's see something I wanted to do really quickly before I mute the face back up. Oh, there you go. It's already slowing down. Let me go ahead and stop it. So let's see here. Let's see. This is me. You can see I'm in a hotel room, but again, just to keep the speed up to speed, we want to make sure that we preserve some of our speed, because we will be playing some video today. Of course, we're talking about Apostle Suleiman. As you can see, up to just a few years ago, he had a different hairstyle. He had a completely different hairstyle. But my man is sharpening things up, is bringing himself up to speed. It's now 2022. This is what he looks like today. That's what it looks like today. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to, videos that I want to play. Okay, I need to play some videos around the persona. Kind of sort of like, let's profile him. He's had some interesting participation in the news place. Right, so we have to kind of like talk about it, right? And then he's had his own battles with the with, what do you call them, with he's had his battles also with let me see, what am I showing here? He's had his battles with the public as well, with the bloggers and stuff like that. Let me just say this really quickly. Let's do the right thing. We will be covering other, we'll be playing back some videos today completely within the guidelines of the fair use federal law here in the United States and around the world. So we will be using those videos within the limitations of the fair use guideline. Uh, so yes, we will be playing your face, your picture, your images, your video. We'll be adding our commentaries around it. Okay, because the truth is that I don't want to tell lies on Apostle Suleman. Like, who am I, right? I don't want to tell lies, man. I want him to speak. I want the apostle to talk his shit. I'm sorry. I want him to talk his shit, man. Anyway, I'm trying to limit the use of profanity because they limited our monetization on yesterday's video because I was cursing too much. So I'm going to limit that. So yes, we'll be talking within the fair use guidelines. Without any further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. All right, welcome back. So, quickly, shout out to Patricia Black. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah. So, we're talking about Apostle Suleman. Who is Apostle Suleman? Is a big pastor. It's a big apostle somewhat in Auchi in the Edo State part of Nigeria. I think Edo State in the south. Southwest essentially. And yesterday, something very sad happened. I guess it was coming back from an international trip from going to preach in Tanzania, and he had a convoy. And apparently, fire was opened up on these people, and basically, they deleted about 7 people. Some of them were drivers, some of them were policemen that was in this convoy. And some of them were also house girls that followed him around. He was lucky enough, according to the news, that his kids were in the same car with him. That particular car apparently was bulletproof, right? He escaped, right? And I think there was a guy that was handed over to the police. There was a guy that got caught among. So at first, the news was everybody was saying they were kidnappers and stuff like that. And then eventually they caught one guy, handed him over to the police. But before we woke up today, the police is basically claiming that he had been killed. Okay, the police, he died in their custody. Now, what exactly happened with the man that died in the police custody, right? What exactly happened? Now, let me give you context to when I say exposed today, right? I was talking particularly about the art of exposures. Okay, that's what I'm talking about, the art and science of exposure. I was talking particularly with when you live in a certain society. Today, this lesson is going to be about me. I'm just doing mine. I do mine, and everybody's on their own. There's a phrase that they use. I think that phrase, the phrase is something to the effect of, every man for his own, every man on his own, or I just do mine, you do yours. The truth is that we live in a society, and you don't get to say that. Okay, you live in a society, and you don't get to say, oh, each. I don't care if you live in Banana Island, right? There's been a lot of talk about Banana Island since yesterday. But anyway, I don't care if you live in Banana Island, right? You are exposed to the rest of society. What does that mean? We keep talking about emotional intelligence here. First, you have to master your emotions. Secondly, you master anyone's that you're dealing with at any point in time. You have to pay attention to their emotions, right? What's the third? Step number three. You have to know the emotions of the society or the context that you're operating in. I mean, you can pretend like they don't matter, but eventually they're going to show you that they matter. The environment you're in matters to a large extent. Shout out to everyone that just came in. Shout out to you, Eunice. Shout out to Patricia Black. Obiachulu again, welcome. Welcome to our list. Do me a favor, hit that like button as you're coming in. Hit that like button, because we got a few videos to want to cover today. But before we dive too much into Apostle Suleman, how many people remember? If you remember us covering Kanye West, I did a video about Kanye West. Let me see if I can find that really quickly. I'll show you. I'd rather show you, right? That's the beauty about this platform that we're using. Shout out to StreamYard, right? I'm able to literally show you what we've been up to, right? And shout out to all 1,313 subscribers. Shout out to you all. We're building. This is your platform, the Prestige family. This is your platform. I also want to also operate in, once in a while I do it like this. I won't show my face. I'll just talk, right? I always like to show my face because Ojulorowa, you know what I'm saying? Ojulorowa now, But sometimes I like to be in soft life mode with you all too, right? And just talk, right? But anyway, I'm going to show you this screen. I'm going to share this screen with you right now, and bring you up to speed with what we are doing, okay? Let me see. Let me share my screen. There you go. I think I have it. Do I have it up already? No, not yet. Okay, here we go. No, not yet. Okay, I see why. I got it. Let's see. All right. Good. Here we go. All right. We're live now. I can show you my screen right now. Good. All right. So this is my screen. You can look. This is our back studio. 1,313 subscribers. Shout out to all of you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and share it. Now, I may be struggle streaming small. Pardon me. We're going to, let me see if I can solo this full screen layout. There you go. Perfect. Maybe we can reduce the amount of all right. So 1,313 subscribers is where we are right now. We're going to be doing some great work. Now, back to the screen right here. If you remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many people remember my prediction about Kanye West? I really don't wish any of my prediction on him, to be honest with you. This particular video right here, that video is not that popular here, by the way, but it's part of the message. This particular video right here, the video has about 214 views. How many people watched that video and remember the prediction? I'm not a prophet, I'm not Apostle Suleman. I just can see where certain behavior can lead to faster than faster than some lames on the internet that they can't wait. In my heart of hearts, I hate that this is happening to this guy. I don't like it, personally. I don't like that it's happening to him. How many people remember? Let me block this person. Let's block this person. Sorry about that. Isam Or, good to see you. Yeah, I had to block weirdos. What's Oju Lorowa asking for non-Nigerian? That means Oju Lorowa. Let me see. How do you say that? Somebody help me. Any Yoruba? Oju Lorowa means, Oro is words, right? Conversation, right? A conversation is in seeing me, right? It's just better, it's just better that you can see me in my conversation, So shout out to you some more. Shout out to you and everyone on the platform. Make sure you're subscribed. Anyway, so we're talking about Kanye West really quickly before I waste too much time, because I know you guys don't care. I can see the numbers. You don't care about Kanye West, and I don't want to care about any topic that you don't care about. Even look at the Andrew Tate topic over there, 97. Nobody cares, right? I don't care either. All these lame people, right? But we should point out the lessons, okay? We should point out the lessons. That's what we're here to do, right? All right, so here's the deal. I want to play a video for you from what Kanye West has been up to, and then I'll share one more news, and we'll jump right back to Apostle Suleman. Let me share that video really quickly with you, and then we'll take it from there. Let me know if my stream is faulty so I can fix it, because I do see that the bars are low here. But let's play Kanye West real quickly.
And we're going to put them all in one room, and we're going to read let's go top 10 in each one of these categories, right? Let's read Michael B. Jordan's contract.
Why would any of that?
Why
would any of that?
Hey, bro, I ain't finished my sentence.
Nothing you're saying has anything to do with regret.
Hey, boy.
Don't call me boy.
Don't finish. We need to go to the top lawyer. I told you. Oh, don't treat me like a boy then. I'm going to finish my sentence of my idea.
Nothing you're saying has got anything to do with the tweet.
Cool. Bro, I was in the middle of a sentence, boy. Okay, so are you going to allow me to finish my sentence?
Yes. If you then answer my question.
Okay, so I'm going to tell people when I would apologize. I told you, of course I'm divorced, and this is like a funny thing I thought. Being that her name is no longer West, and my name is no longer Ye, if there was ever, being that her name is no longer West, and my name is now only Ye, if we were ever to be together again, what would our name be? Kim Ye.
Would you like that?
Of course I'm divorced, and this is like a funny thing I thought. Being that her name is no longer West, and my name is no longer Ye, if there was ever, being that her name is no longer West, and my name is now only Ye, if we were ever to be together again, what would our name be? Kim Ye.
Would you like that?
Oh my God.
Everything is up to God. And God has proven to me many times that it's not about what I want or what I would like. It's just up to...
Let me pause really quickly. I'm going to lower the soundtrack. Soundtrack may be a little bit too loud at this point. Let's have this conversation. This guy, and we tell them they don't listen, listen, it's not even about Kanye. It's all about a bunch of young men, a bunch of religious people that don't know how to see past their nose, that don't know how to read real life, that they have a hard time realizing that there are principles to how this whole ecosystem work. You don't get to run your mouth. Everyone cares about something. Everyone cares. As long as everyone cares about something, guess what you have? Power. Now, it's a different thing to have power. It's a different thing to know that you have power. And it's a different thing to know how to use that power. We already know that Kanye West is a billionaire. Last time we checked. But what did I say? What was my prediction? Anybody remember? Most of you did not see that video. I could tell it's 214 views on that video. Sometimes we can go as high as up to 2,000 views on this platform. So I could tell it wasn't a point of interest. But again, we got to keep going back to pride. I think pride is one of the things that destroy relationships. When I say destroy relationship, destroy persons, literally. That's what I'm talking about. What happened that I don't even like Piers Morgan like that. But what really happened that made him start to call him boy, boy, boy? Did you hear that part? Okay, but then the moment we talk about Kim, look at him, look at his conduct.
To him on what he sees.
What happens the next time we ask him a question? Say everything belongs to God. We know this. We know that already. We know that already. I don't want to waste too much time on this.
But David had to.
But let me ask you. I mean, yeah, but do you still love
to the
Kim?
sheep? Sorry, not with an S.
Do you still love Kim?
Of course.
I absolutely love.
But he doesn't love Kim. He doesn't know how to love. This guy does not know how to love. But he's obsessed with Kim. He's obsessed with his ex-wife, and the effect of that is, the outcome of that is negative. That's why he can't get her back. Obsession can sometimes, to most human beings, look like love. It's not love. It's not love. If you lack self-control, you're not capable of loving another person. At best, it's manipulation. At best, it's just selfish behavior. Camouflage that. So of course I love. Of course the mother of my kids. Of course, but no, you're obsessed. Right? If you want to see a direct comparisons to this, go and look at how Tia Mowry's husband, Corey Hurdick, go and look at how he's conducting himself, even in the midst of their separation right now. Remember, I had my point of contention about that guy, but it's as normal as they get. Of course, nobody's happy to lose their wife. But at least there's a way you behave in public when that's happening, right? Especially if you have a lot to lose. Now, if you have a lot to lose and you're still misbehaving, that should tell you something is wrong somewhere. My prediction he might lose everything. Hopefully not his life. He might lose everything, okay?
I'll love her for life.
Yeah, that's cap.
Everything is up to God, and God has proven to me many times that it's not about what I want or what I would like. It's just up to him.
Stop the cap.
That wasn't the question.
But David had to.
But let me ask you. I mean, yeah, but do you still love
to the
Kim?
sheep? Sorry, not with an S.
Do you still
Do
love
you
Kim?
still love Kim? Is a question.
I absolutely love. I'll love her for life.
Okay.
Everything is up to God, and God has proven to me. Here's how we
phrase
grow.
it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much
Now it's about money, weary. Anyway, let's
as
continue.
you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Business advice, you dummy. Business advice, and I would probably argue against it too. You're a stylist. You're a fashionista. That has nothing to do with relationships. But let's keep going.
Here's how we
phrase
grow.
it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way.
He's not going to listen.
You can
He's
ignore
not
me,
capable.
You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
See how honest that answer was? Not as much as you, sadly. Now let's get back to the topic.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your
About getting richer, yes. But I doubt if you're on the same lane. It's completely irrelevant lanes.
business advice.
Why would I listen to you? Here's how we
phrase
grow.
it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Pierce, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Honest.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you? Here's how we
phrase
grow.
it like this. I'm about to suggest.
Anyway, shout out to the Shade Room. Shout out to Shade Room. Look at this headline. let me see what you all are saying first of all, right? Hey. Ada, good to see you. Ada, good to see you. I never know what to say about Kanye. It doesn't help that Pierce is the interviewer. I know, right? I am glad that Kanye puts him in his place rudely, though. All right, the issue here is that Kanye has a consistent story over the past few weeks, several weeks, and it's not about Pierce today, you know. And I don't watch Pierre for obvious reasons. I don't, I can't. I'm sorry, but anyway, I don't watch even TV like that anyway. I must confess that I didn't watch the Kanye episode here. Yeah, most people didn't watch. That's fine, Okay, cop. Yeah, how convenient to bring in God's name. That happens so often, it's ridiculous, right? And it's usually with arrogant people. It's usually with people that, and it makes it hard to check their pride because, after all, you just mentioned God's name, right? But we also have to remember that Kanye is unwell. He battled mental health issues, precisely what we're talking about. But believe it or not, there are more than enough people that are taking his rhetorics and they're saying, oh yeah, but he's speaking, they should do that. No, he needs to seek help. He needs to seek help. Now, in terms of Pierce got shaded, no, not if he's honest. If he's honest, I don't see the shade there. So, he said, sadly, not as much as you do, right? Something like that, right? That's honest, right? Why is almost money always thrown in? Again, superficial, right? Superficial stuff always go together with the likes of these people. Basically, simps. They can't think beyond anything that's not simple logic. It's very hard for them. It's very hard for an average human being. Let's not cap, okay? That's why we have to keep having this conversation, right? With so much money, but he ain't investing in himself. He's going to lose it all right now. Look at the headline in front of you right now. It starts like this. I predicted this, about 11 days ago? Yeah, about 11 days ago. Let me see what date that was. Let's see. This was 2 weeks ago. About 14 days ago. All right, go watch it. Take time to watch it, okay? It's going to be worth it, yeah? Because, again, as usual, it's not just about Kanye. It's not just about Kanye, okay? At this point, I will have to agree with you, Chinye. I can't stand Pierce either. I just haven't. Yeah, I can't. But let's look at this news. Kanye West dropped by Balenciaga, first major company to serve ties, or severe ties. You mean serve breakfast after anti-Semitic. Sorry, how do you pronounce that? Semitic comment, right? Anyway, yeah, they don't let me speak the truth. I must speak the truth. Listen. Everyone is exposed. Everyone, not just Apostle Suleman. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care what part of the town you live in. Frisco, Sugarland, New York City, in the Hamptons, in Beverly Hills, in Banana Island. You are exposed to the rest of the world. You can lose everything you have just like that. It's basically an even playing ground field for everyone. That's why you must stay humble. Whatever that means to you, stay humble. That means always think you're not as good as you think you are. Oh, by the way, you're not as bad as you think you are either, because you have insecurities, right? But you're not as good as you think you are. You must pay attention to pride, particularly, especially when it comes to relationships, especially, of course, personal romantic relationships, right? Fallout over Kanye West controversial and anti-Semitic comment continues. Balenciaga, the French fashion house that's had a long-standing relationship with West and his wife, Kim Kardashian, announced its severe ties with the rapper. Why? Are they saying he's wrong? They're not saying he's wrong. They're saying, hey, it's bad for business. Very simple. It's bad for business. How is it bad for business? We don't have to explain ourselves to you. We don't have to explain ourselves to you. Balenciaga has no longer any relationship nor any plans or future projects related to this artist. Listen, he's a billionaire, right? He has more than enough money to go around, right? So he has nothing to worry about. Really? You think? What is the meaning of have enough money? What does that even mean? right? What's the meaning of having enough money without people, the consumers? It's useless. Its parent company, Kering, told WWD in a statement it did not elaborate further. Earlier this month, West walked the runway for Berlin. Oh, that's where he walked the White Lives Matter, right? Is that? Okay. Just one day before the Grammy winners' White Lives Matter stunt at his own Yeezy presentation. Okay, so that was the same Paris trip, I guess. West immediately faced backlash after the show. In subsequent interviews, including one with Fox News, he remained defiant while also spewing anti-Semitic rhetoric as part of his defense. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what this means. I've seen people throwing that word around. You can see in my pronunciation that I don't know what all I know about it is that it's offensive to a group of people. That's all I know about it. I don't know the details. I'm not really a history student like that. I'm trying my best for the little bit I know. But I know I know the results of being outrightly, in the name of your speaking the truth, you want to be offensive to a group of people. It leads to destruction. There's no way around it. Now, hopefully you are the prophet that everybody will be worshiping about 300 years from now. And people will say, oh yeah, nobody believed him when he was here. He was speaking some things that nobody could say. Hopefully you are the Jesus of 300 years from now. Hopefully you know what the hell you're doing. I doubt it. It's just me. I just doubt it. Balenciaga is the first major company to end its relationship with West in an how do you say this? Op-ed for Financial Times. Ari Emanuel specifically called out Apple and Spotify not to do business with West. So they're now asking other people to not do business with other people. Listen, this whole world is connected. A network. You're never alone. You're always exposed. That's the context of the title with my bros on it, Apostle Suleman. Like Olowo Laarin Oloshi. Somebody translate that for me. Olowo Laarin Otoshini. You're just as good as the worst in your society. West is not just any person. He's a pop culture icon, blah, 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 blah. All of that can end in one day. You get the gist? Do you get the gist? Anyway, that was my prediction. It started to happen already. Hopefully he stops that in its tracks. It doesn't have to be like this. He can stop it in his tracks. All he has to do is seek help. Go and take his medicine. Go back home. Take 6 months off. Solitude. Go somewhere. Go be quiet. Be quiet, boy. That message was for him. But of course, it's not going to hear us, Abi. Anyway, let's get back to the gist that we're talking about today. The first video I want to show you is the statement that Apostle Suleman put out today. You know, Bagava says, how much controversy is enough? No, people don't change until they hit rock bottom. Now that rock bottom is different for everybody. Some people is when they lose their family. Some people is when she says no sex tonight, or he says, or is not attracted, or he basically is dismissive. Some people is when they lose small. Some people is they have to lose everything. But it has to feel like rock bottom. People don't change their behavior unless they are gravitating towards pleasure, relief, or gravitating away from pain. That's the reality. That's just the sad truth, you know. There's no coordination between his brain and his mouth. That I couldn't have put it any better. This is a real thing, right? Everything that happened in between, it's not just your mouth. It's not just about your brain. It's also about the outside. How are people going to receive this, right? Jay-Z was smart to cut him off. Listen, I'm cutting you. If you don't know, people, even on this YouTube platform, even in other social media platform, I just ghost. Listen, I got too much to lose. I don't have time. It's no offense, no hard feelings. We got too much to lose. There's certain people I can't align with. It's not, now that part can easily be translated to arrogance and pride, right? So it's a little bit tricky sometimes. It's something that I have to check as well, right? Am I being prideful by not aligning myself with certain people? But oh boy, if it becomes about my family and me losing any parts of my empire because of your stupid rhetoric, I'm cutting you off. We'll figure it out later. And that's what you see a lot of these companies will start to do. You will see them doing it. Lady Navoa, good to see you again. Welcome. All right, so let's get into a couple of videos I wanted to play for you. Let's get back to Apostle Suleman. The first video he released after the event yesterday, I'm going to play for you. Sorry for the people they lost, but Apostle Suleman. let me actually start with I'm going to play that video, but there's another video I want to start with. This video right here. Okay. Actually, let me play the statements he made in the last 24 hours. Here we go.
There are certain things that have been happening that I've been quiet about. Even if you are the most careless person on earth, you will not give yourself to so much scandals. There are things people don't know, even though one or two people along the line took advantage of that to just come out and say one or two things. But the reason I'm coming out to speak now is because they've done all that and discovered that I'm still moving on.
Wait. Baba is rushing. Let's go back. Baba is rushing us. We have to unpack this. See, you have to learn how to read between the lines, right? He doesn't even know how to make a proper PR statement. Oh, probably because he doesn't have people that can hold him accountable around him. We will educate ourselves today. I know you won't see this, but there are 33 people watching me that will see this. Right? I deal with this from time to time. When you're making a statement and it's about business, it's about your public figure, public officer, as he said in another video I'm going to play later. Your emotions has to be tucked in somewhere. Listen, it's already an emotional situation. You lost some people, right? You lost some people. I'm not going to teach you how to talk. I'm just going to, again, call out the BS because it looks like you're not learning anything. This is a guy who tried to shut people down on YouTube, on social media, in real life, get people arrested. In fact, the big lesson here is that he lives as a big man amongst the situation of Nigeria, where there's rampant kidnappers all over the place, a bunch of young men that have turned to criminal behavior because they're bad people, but also partly because the system encourages it, right? But we have been alerted since yesterday again that no one is immune. Only anybody, right? Everyone is exposed, no matter how rich or big you are, right? But let's go back to the first line here real quick. Let's go back.
There are certain things that have been happening that I've been quiet about. Even if you are the most careless.
Let's go back.
Since 2017.
Since 2017. This is 2022. Today is October. It happened on October 21st. While we're talking about 2017, right? I'll tell you where that statement is supposed to start from. All of this is extra emotional nonsense talk. But of course, with all due respect, because he's a man of God. In fact, I'm going to slow down completely on that. I'm just going to point out some of the things you should pay attention in your personal life. If something happens, there are ways to deliver a public statement that you don't have to rope yourself, because every time you get emotional, you're going to rope yourself. You're going to basically tell on yourself when you didn't have to necessarily do that. He's talking about 2017. Now, some of us are getting to know him for the first time. We now found out, oh wait, he has scandals from it wasn't scandals. He has some things that happened in 2017. What was it? I'm going to share them with you on this stream. Okay? Since he wants to remind us, I had wanted to profile him, but I guess it's right timing right now.
There are certain things that have been happening that I've been quiet about. Even if you are the most careless person on earth, you will not give yourself to so much scandals.
You don't give yourself to so much scandals. That's not how that works. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Or where there's fire, there's smoke. How do they say it? Right? Pulpit pharaohs. welcome. That name, that's a hell of a name, but shout out to you, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's how they say it, right? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Right? What happened? Oga, tell us yourself. Because again, he said something. before I come back to this, he will use his mouth to tell us everything. Okay? Oh, by the way, let me go ahead and show this. Just in case. Just in case some of the disciples want to be stupid. We're using this within the fair use guidelines.
There are things people don't know. Even though one or two people along the line took advantage of that to just come out and say one or two things.
Oh, so some people just take whatever. They just want to come and say one or two things. It's not that something actually happened. They just pick on you. Let me guess, it was systemic issues. It was systemic problems. They just decide to pick on you. Right? Even though you're sitting on a chair that's probably made in gold, probably imported all the way from Qatar. Right? And if we drive about a few blocks away from you, these kidnappers are sitting down in an unfinished house next door to you. Right? This is not your fault at all, by the way. It's not. But again, you're telling on yourself. I thought something happened yesterday, and that's what we're trying to get to. Okay, let's see. Maybe we'll finally get to it.
But the reason I'm coming out to speak now is because they've done all that and discovered that I'm still moving on. They decided to make attempts on my...
They've done all of that and discovered too that I'm still moving on. Dave. Who are they? Who are they? Have you noticed that an average Nigerian, they talk like this? They talk like they. Who are they? All the people from the village, people that are trying to do harm to me. Who are they? We can't pinpoint it. Now, if you can't pinpoint they as an average person walking around the streets in Nigeria, is it fair to assume that the next time something happened to you, the next person you see, you're just going to point finger at that person, says that person, if they look anything close to it, even if you don't do any investigation? Is it fair that anything that looks like you remember what was it, like 2 weeks ago, we covered this guy that came back to swallow all of his what's his name, Harry Song, who accused another fellow man of trying to delete him. You remember that? He swallowed everything after the fact, everything he said. You remember? Have you noticed that in Nigeria, this is a typical saying? They did this. Oh, it's not just Nigerians, it's black people around the world. It's basically black people around the world. It must be something or someone else's fault. They are after me. They are out to get me. Okay. Now, this guy knows that nobody's... Maybe there is. He's a popular guy, right? He has fame. So maybe there's somebody out to get him, right? But what I'm saying is that he's a preacher to a lot of regular people that live below $1 per day, right? He's saying this to them. What happens? This becomes their lingo. It becomes their language. Basically, this breeds more and more people that will have a hard time holding themselves accountable, becoming responsible citizens of society, because it must be thei's fault. Let's continue. He's making a statement right after the terrible event that happened with his convoy, because there's innocent lives that were lost in that situation, right? Let's keep going.
My life. I just escaped an assassination attempt where 7 people were killed. My car was attacked, opened fire on my car, and kept spraying it with bullets. My wife and my kids were there.
Okay, so why can't this statement start from right here?
An attempt where 7...
Why can't this statement start from right here?
They decided to make attempts on my life.
Okay, like right here. They decided to make an attempt on my life. Who is they? If they cannot be identified, why are we making a statement? Anyway, let's act like he didn't say everything that he said up to this point. Now let's start hopefully the proper statement.
I just escaped an assassination attempt where 7 people were killed. My car was attacked, opened fire on my car, and kept spraying it with bullets. My wife and my kids were there. The escort car with some police, they killed the policeman, they killed the other people, the other escort car, the buses with us. 7 people. We are all moving a convoy.
That's sad.
We are killed. People who did this are expecting me to come out, mention their names, so they will come out and deny. I won't do that. But the truth of the matter is this: you can't kill me. My life is in the hand of God. I'm a man of God. And those who are among those attacking me, you are building on what you don't understand. You may have joined into the fora because you want to chase clout, but you don't know where the fight started from. There are things you don't understand. You don't have an idea of the beginning of what happened 2017. The people who are behind it. You may come and you are doing your own thing, but it's beyond what you are thinking. I'm alive. For those who have been calling and all that, I'm well. Family's fine. I feel bad for the lives.
So everything is said in the past 30 seconds. Why can't you just say that? I'm alive. I'm well for everyone that's been calling, right? The only reason why he wouldn't say that is because there are ulterior motives. And you heard the ulterior motives were right in the beginning, since 2000. What happened to Baba since 2017? We have to go through it today. Okay? We have to. Because he would tell us by himself. I'm not making anything up. I'm just a commentator here. And I will try to extract as much lessons for the Prestige family as much as possible. Let's keep going.
That have been taken. We are mourning, but Jesus is Lord. And for all those who they killed, may they also rest in peace. And for the young men who opened fire and kept wasting people, I won't take your life. But the seed that you sow,
I wouldn't take your life. Does it really have the power? Is it supposed to have the power to take that person's life? Or they're supposed to be handled by the authority? But again, this is the language in Nigeria. There are way too many people that basically move like this in Nigeria. They are able to arrest other fellow people. Just, hey, arrest that person. Lock them up. Right? It's a terrible system to be able to do that, because basically people can act above the law, right? But Apostle Suleman knows it. Apostle Suleman, he knows something. Apostle Johnson knows something about he knows something about that, and we're going to unpack that today. Particularly so we can get some of these lessons out. If anyone is going to build Nigeria, if anyone is going to do any type of help for Nigeria, that's one of the biggest deal right there. Human rights is walked all over all the time because some random guy just thinks he can arrest anyone and lock them up because he feels how he feels. Purely emotions. There's no investigation, nothing like that. Including the powers that be in the political seats, right?
you will reap it. I want Nigerians to know that a coordinated lie swallows an uncoordinated truth.
And a coordinated lie swallows okay, let's quote him properly. Let's see.
Coordinated truth.
Wait. Coordinated truth.
That a coordinated lie.
A coordinated lie
swallows an uncoordinated truth.
Swallows an uncoordinated truth. He's calling Oya basically to say the truth, right?
With time, the truth will come out.
With time, the truth will come out. All right, let's go. Let me just go ahead and show you something. Let's talk about this really quickly because, again, I've got a few more videos because Baba would tell us more about what happened since 2017. R.I.P. to all those lives, innocent lives that were lost in that situation, because no one should find themselves in this type of situation. No one should find themselves in that kind of situation. It's sad, you know. But let's go here. I'm gonna play. Before I do that, Brother Patrick, how are you, sir? I'll drop the link in a little bit. You know, hopefully you're hanging out with us. There's a sinister mystery about this Suleman. He's creepy. I mean, we're gonna unpack it right now. I don't want to judge him, but you and I will unpack this together. There's more to this story. Yes, there is more to this story. That's a fact. Now let me go ahead and play the next video. Now I'm taking this backwards. Okay, we're gonna take this backwards, and take it back to the backstory. Like you said, there's more to this story. Since 2017, waiting happened, Baba. Tell us, waiting happened, right? Let's take it a step backward. Before we go, I'm going to also showcase my sister, Adeola Fayon, today. If you don't know Adeola Fayon, you're missing out. But let's start with this video.
Becoming a pattern, and we need to address it. That a lie has been in the office for a long time doesn't make it the truth. Longevity.
That a lie has been in the what? For the long time doesn't make it the truth. Nothing but facts, right? Nothing but facts, right? Let's continue.
It's not legality. Now, when anybody wants to open a YouTube channel or
Oh, it's throwing shit at me now. It's throwing shit at me. Anybody wants to open a YouTube channel, just listen to this. Listen closely, okay? When anybody wants to open a YouTube channel, Adi, okay, what you have, Baba? Continue.
have a blog that will sell, one of the strategies to make people
Well, let me be honest right now, up front. When we want to open a YouTube channel, want to have a blog that sells, what we do is we cover trendy topic. And today, one of the trendy topic, number 6 to be precise, is Apostle Johnson Suleman. Baba, you're a big guy, eh? So when anything happens, especially something so sad and terrible, right, it becomes a news. And part of the strategy, honestly, let's be honest, is we cover those news and we had our comment. We comment on them, our commentary to them, and then it becomes, yeah, sometimes the video go viral. As a matter of fact, right now about 50 people are watching a whole small me live, partly because your name gets involved, and also partly because they like my insights, they like my and some of them don't even like me, but they want to hear the bullshit I have to say, all of that combined together, that's what causes it. But let's see what Baba has to say.
get attracted to get lots of views and comments is to attack pastors. And I'm one of them.
Baba mi otobe attack pastors bitibawo. No. I'm a church boy myself. I will never do that. But the one thing we're going to do is to put our leaders accountable. The biggest influencers in Nigeria, in my opinion, is Baba Adeboye and Baba Oyedepo. That's my opinion. Just an opinion. It's not a big deal. Biggest influencers in Nigeria is Baba Oyedepo and Baba Adeboye. There's no attack in that. I'm just stating the obvious fact. It's arguable. You can say, no, it is not. It is Buhari. Or it is Baba, what's your name, sir? Suleman Johnson, right? But it is what it is, Abi.
Major subject matter. I don't have a problem with that because a million abuses.
Wait, so let's hold him accountable today. He just said he doesn't have a problem with it, but let's see.
This cannot do nothing. But what I have a problem is that at the end of the
wait. He said something.
Cannot do nothing.
Wait.
I'm one of the major subject matter. I don't have a problem with that because a million abuses cannot do nothing.
All right, Baba, come on. Come on. Let me. Where's my sound effect?
Stop the cap.
Okay, I don't mean any disrespect, Baba, but wait. A million abuses cannot do nothing. Abuses are terrible, sir. Okay, that's number one. Number two, it does a lot. Because I guarantee you the next things you're going to say in the next few minutes right now is going to prove that it's done a lot, the abuses. But let's continue, sir. And it's not really what you say, sir. We're looking at the body language. But let's see.
But what I have a problem is that at the end of the month, YouTube is paying you.
Yeah, this is a fact. As a matter of fact, shout out to all the supporters, all the super chats, all the support cash apps. In fact, Google deposit, I don't know, $183 or something like that into our account yesterday. So yeah, it takes time to put this together. So I appreciate all the supporters, by the way. Continue, sir.
For insulting me.
No, insult BTBA or them, those other bloggers. I definitely can't do that.
So we need to have an agreement. Go ahead, insult me, but pay me.
No, sir. No. We're not going to do that, sir. Pay you, sir. Maybe you can pay tithe or not pay you, sir. You're a man of God. Let's continue.
If you want to insult me, pay me. Then do the videos. Abuse me, you have my permission. Because
how do you give people permission to abuse you, sir? No. You know what that does? See, people learn from you by examples too. Nigerians, black people around the world are gullible, especially right now. And they will not think they can tell people to just simply pay them. As long as they pay them, they can abuse them. Yes, sir. No, we should not encourage that. No one should be disrespectful to anybody. But we should be... Yes, sir. Allow us to hold you accountable so that the system can make sense overall. See, no one... One tree cannot make a forest. We need each other. Sir, with that statement you made, right? You need a good PR around you. When something like that happens, they will also they no, sir, we can't make a statement. Let's make a very simple statement and tell everybody that the family is fine and proper investigations will be carried out. Right? But it looks like you said what you want to say and no one can check you on it, sir. No, it's not good for all of us. We need people around us that can hold us accountable and say, hey, don't do it that way. That we even value their opinion, right? Let's continue, sir.
1 million videos cannot bring a true man of God down.
1 million videos cannot bring a true man of God, sir. No, I don't think so, sir. I think videos can bring people down, especially someone like Kanye West is self-destructing himself right now. We saw Andrew Tate self-destructed himself. We saw Shniko self-destructed himself. We've seen examples upon examples of people. We saw Blessing CEO use our own hands to destroy our Instagram page a few days ago. Yes, sir. No one is immune against these principles. Dare I say, these are the principles that God put there, sir. Are we to argue with these things? But let's continue, sir.
That's the truth. Nothing. My life has proven that to you. Media is a wrong means. The man of God, you can only...
The media is a necessary part of society, sir. It puts, it's like check and balances. While we have the leaders, we have the media. And then, we've had the likes of the Donald Trump, that say, what are you doing inside of my media house? No need for a media to follow me. He didn't say that exactly, but he might as well just say it. Unfortunately, the system of this world is built in a way that, some of those things are covered already, even as the world continues to evolve. Let's continue, sir. So media is necessary, sir. But you're right. Media should not outrightly be disrespectful. It's just that some of this media don't believe in the same thing you believe in. And they may choose to express themselves in certain colorful ways. Me, no, God forbid. I'm a church boy and I must respect my elders especially, Let's continue, sir.
Bring down through media as a man of God who doesn't have proofs and results of his calling. A man of God lays hands on somebody who has cancer. You saw a child brought here that was blind, that the eyes open. Is it that father you will tell that the man of God is fake?
Bravo. Kudos to you, sir. Kudos to you. Listen, I want to engage you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see what all y'all are talking about, right? Before we continue with Baba Apostle Johnson Suleman, right? Let's see. Angeline, good to see you. Please let us be happy that God kept him alive. And what if he was dead? Would people celebrate? No, absolutely not. We're very happy that he's alive. We're very sad that a few innocent people lost their lives as well. Abi, is he talking about Daddy Freeze? Daddy Freeze is Paddy Johnson, no? I thought they were Paddies. They've been best friends for a while, right? If 1 million abuses doesn't move you, how come you doing this damn damage controls? Okay, is this video... Gee, are you saying this video is a damage control? The point here is that Baba tried to control everything. Baba tries to control everything, and he has a lot more than he can control already. I'm not sure what he's trying to accomplish exactly, even with the statement he made after surviving the attack yesterday. The first 3 sentences was about things that happened since 2017. What is the point of that? What is the point, right? He's talking with arrogance now. You say so, me, I'm not disrespectful, Baba. You said that, Eunice. Suleiman can no longer fool me. I'm not going to say that, Chinye. Be respectful. He wants to be in control of the narrative. We keep talking about this. This is the nature of the leaders that Nigeria and black people around the world have created. They want to control narratives. They don't want to learn how to navigate the narratives. They don't want to hear nothing. The rules are the rules. Just do what I say. Right? So, Daddy Freeze has been keeping mute lately. You mean about Johnson? Yeah. They're buddies now. Daddy Freeze is friends with... But I can respect that too. If you guys are friends and buddies and you have some kind of code to allude to, that's fine. But let's keep going. Baba is still talking.
When he's seen his blind child who receives sight, he will come after you. So
Bravo, bravo.
My own now is a negotiation. I'm saying this because some of you who do this YouTube thing, you are in America, you are in London, you are in China, you don't know that we can come after you with the law.
No, you can't, sir. It's called used within fair use guidelines. You can't. And I'm saying that not to you, sir, because with all due respect, I can't say that to you. I'm saying that to everyone else that will continue to try to control narrative as opposed to learning how to actually lead. No, that's not how it works, sir. It's not me that say no. I'm just saying how it works, right? How it works is that the media can actually comment on what you have to say, especially when you put out this video in the public, like you normally do. Like we have 3-4 hours live streams of you saying some fantastic thing too, sir. There's some things that you say that are very good. As a matter of fact, here's a good example. Let me show you a good example of something that I saw on your last stream. You said this and I agree 100% with it. There are two of them that okay, there's only one that I caught, but let me see. Let's play this real quick.
The tree looks at the axe. You are holding what is pulling me down and you are made from me. What hurts you is not the strangers that fight you, it's the people that know you.
It's not the strangers that fight you, it's the people that know you. I couldn't agree even. You know what he's talking about? He's talking about how the axe that they used to cut the tree. This is in the old school days. Some of you may not know what that is, but the axe, right? Is the harm of it, right? The leverage of the axe is made out of wood, and it's cutting its own source, right? But it's not the leverage that's actually cutting it. It's the axe. It's the knife on the end of the axe itself that's cutting it. I thought that was profound, sir. That was a good point you were making, sir. Look.
And Jesus saw Judas standing with them. The Bible was specific. He looked at Judas. These people were not there to give you shelter for 3.5 years.
So we have this kind of thing, sir. So you have some good words out there. You have 3-4 hours live streams, but they are public, sir. And sometimes we may take some of them and we might comment on them. But now here's the reality. The ones where you're saying good stuff are not going to go viral. That's just the reality. Yes, sir, you should understand this now. You understand power. You understand you're famous. You understand how these things work. The positive ones may not go viral. Maybe your followers will watch them, but the people that have the naysayers, don't tell anyone. The bloggers, the YouTubers, they want to take the negative aspect, things like Stephanie Otobo, things like Alima Abubakar. That's what they want to talk about. I know it's sad, but that's the reality. But Esa, these are the reality you have to learn how to navigate. You will not be able to go after us with international law as you're about to say. That's not how it works, sir. But let's continue, sir.
Sue you in Nigeria and get what they call foreign enforcement.
Kojo, sir. Foreign enforcement waiting. Kojo. Sir. But sorry, God, sir. No. Somebody should tell you that this is not how it works, sir. Yes, sir. You continue what you do. The good work. Hopefully, they are good work, because I don't follow you like that. But the good work that you do, you continue to do it. Your good work will go after you. Is it after you or before you? They will basically, tell it to Siwaju and tell it there, right? Basically, it's to prepare the ground for you, your good work. That's all you can do, sir. The naysayers, if they are part of the media and they're operating within the fair use guidelines, sadly, sir, there's nothing you can do about it. And guess what? It is fair. It's called fair use.
Of judgment. Through the embassy, to your embassy. In UK, defamation is £100,000.
Koja, just like that. That's how it works. Defamation. No, sir. We have to actually see in this one right now. You are the one telling us. I'm not making anything up. And most of them is like that too. But there are some. I've always said this. There are bloggers in Nigeria that are cold. They will make up news if they have to make up news. That's true. That's very, very true. But they can only do it for so long before people start to, catch them, because, like you said yourself, truth is undefeated. All right, it will always catch up. It may take time, but it will always catch up. Let's keep going.
There are some ministers who are even living wrong lives that God should punish, but because of your lies, God is showing them mercy.
So sorry, sir. That statement right there, if it wasn't you, sir, if it was somebody else completely, I would tell them that they are manipulating us. Okay, let's rewind it again, and you can see what I mean by when you said that, sir. Right? Just because we are, the bloggers are telling lie, some ministers that are doing the wrong thing will go unpunished. Baba, statements here layered, gone. Seriously, let's continue.
In UK, defamation is £100,000. There are some ministers who are even living wrong lives that God should punish, but because of your lies, God is showing them mercy.
So because the bloggers are telling lies, God will show them mercy. If it wasn't you, sir, I can't destroy a man of God. That is a manipulative word to say.
Let's the YouTubers, continue. The way they lie, even Satan is shocked. You just come up with something. Pastor died the other day in Lagos. When some of us heard the death, for 2 days we could not sleep. Me, I had pains in my chest. I went to Mama's.
So people make up hoax news online. It happens to every celebrity. It happens to every famous people. There are ways that the platforms mitigate that, continues to try to mitigate that. And there are ways that the ecosystem of the online platforms kind of like control and correct itself. These are things you don't have to worry about ever, sir. If you just continue to do your good work.
I swear, will this man die? How can you be a man of God? You're happy that a fellow man of God is dead. But they put it in the media. They are all happy. Who is happy? I had a program here.
God forbid. Happy with no.
People are coming from all over the world. We should abandon the program and go to a burial to make you happy. You know, many of our representatives we send there. But you just go out. Oh, they are happy. They attend. Who are you to tell me what's better to attend?
That's what the news media do. They speculate. But they speculate within the confinement, hopefully. And if they don't, Esa, you're right. You can actually sue for libel, right? For defamation, you can sue, right? We saw, what's his name now? Johnny Depp won that lawsuit, right? With defamation, libel, all that kind of stuff. It's possible, but that's also on a personal level. He wasn't suing. I think he sued some newspaper. Some newspaper also know how much money they are making. They can afford to pay the legal fees, right? It's just all a game, sadly, right? But Esa, just continue the good work you're doing.
Is ministry for your family meeting? You are coming to tell us how to run church. What do you know? Now, the problem now is there is miracle money. If you talk against miracle money, you are insulting God. That I will not.
Okay, the miracle money. Again, I didn't make anything up. Nahim, they tell us. And I didn't. What's miracle? Anybody can tell me in the chat. What is miracle money? Miracle money, where is that coming from? I must be missing something here. Let me see here. It is all of the above. Daddy Free seems to have his own set of personal drama. May God help him. Unfortunately, I can't be respectful of someone who is destroying other people's lives and is unrepentant. Rather, he is very arrogant and continues to pay hush money behind the scenes. He's just speaking nonsense to scar people. Again, try to listen to one of his messages. I know you won't, but try. Let's see. He doesn't know how lost. He can't use 100,000 pounds here. Apostle, hey Jesus. So you are living a great life. It's a man of status, The way you lie, the devil is shocked. Let's see. 100 pounds care. Does he think he's quoting Naira? This apostle is not okay, Joe. Oh Lord. You can go and your representatives can hold a program for that day. Right, if that person is important, but if they're not important enough, it's also okay. You get to decide. Even that type of, remember I told you, Baba will be telling me everything today. Listen, I came here, all I did is I put my phone on recorded a few clips, and we're going to talk about it, right? I haven't done much about it because I know there was the Stephanie Otobo story, but there's not much to it other than stuff I've always known about. Men of God are just humans like the rest of us, okay? I have I have very controlled expectations of men of God, right? They're just humans, right? And I'm okay with that, It's them that are not okay with it. They don't want to be regular humans. And this is a problem. This is becoming more. Shalaye is a bastard. Then you end up doing shalaye in a statement that you're supposed to make about, a few of your members, they lost their lives. Now you added extra to it because you must do shalaye sha by force, shani, just to try to control narratives, right? He's just mentioning the money as if na Nigerian money and the £100,000 you want to sue. Get out of here. Not you, Baba. He's been doing miracle money and deceiving himself and his worshipper. Yeah, so maybe you guys can bring me up to speed. I know there was some kind of miracle money. Money will appear in account without you depositing it. Oh, okay. This is Baba Gosha. Oladu Cash App. Oh, inside Cash App. Is that what you're talking about? Anyway. Let's continue. Let's continue here. Let me see here. This is quite interesting. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's talk to Baba a little bit more because he has more to share with us.
I arrange with people at my level. What am I looking for? Money, name, that I will now want to impress you. Popularity is a problem. It's not even good to be famous. Because once you are famous, you have no life. Imagine, they said I went to America, I collected account, and now pay money. I'm not that nice, so. The reason I'm talking about this is business they are doing. They are not out for the truth. They want to please their followers.
All right, so do I want to please you, ladies and gentlemen, and my followers? Absolutely. Let me be very honest with you. The content you want to consume is what I am creating. I'm getting better. I know the titles you want to see. I know the thumbnails you want to see. And, I'm getting better. Obviously, by the results that you're looking at, right? But does that mean we're not doing the great work here? Does that mean we're lying? Like even the devil will be scared shitless here? No. Baba, you are stretching this thing now.
You are not speaking the truth. You and I know. So it's business. So
I'm not making anything up. I'm just listening to what you're saying.
Let's discuss. Because if you take my name off your lips, you cannot use my picture or my name without my permission.
Okay. Apostle Johnson Suleman. Apostle Johnson Suleman. Apostle Johnson Suleman. Apostle Johnson Suleman. Right? Baba, we can't. The reason why I did that is because I want to show people examples of how a real society functions. Right? Yes, we can definitely reference your talking points. We can comment on what you have to say. We can comment even on your pictures, even on your videos. And it's, as of now, in this moment today, is within fair use guidelines and the laws of most lands where YouTube exists. This is just the reality, sir. I need you to help me translate that to your members and the members of your society, because if we start to operate this way, Nigeria go better. There will be less kidnappers on the streets. There will be less people who think they can just randomly send young boys to go and attack other people on the streets, because people will have real jobs, right? People will have real endeavors. People will be able to take care of their family without having to think about criminal behavior. It starts from little things, sir, right? I say this even at relationship level. I say you have to give your partner the freedom to express their expectation, and you need to manage your own expectations. This is where the harmony comes in. They need to do the same thing too, but you can probably influence them to do the same thing if you focus on your own part, sir. Focus on your own good work, sir. Focus on your own good work. I guarantee you, your name will even go even further, much bigger. Let's continue.
It is called image rights.
Image rights. YouTube has your images all over the place. I have a fellow who is actually a classmate who is suing Google for Google using the images, some images that wasn't. He's trying to sue Google for $10 million, all the way straight from K2. I'm like, weary. But anyway, let's continue. Let's see. Oh Lord, no. I mean, do you not have Cash App? I have Cash App. Cash App is there. It's called Man of Prestige. Oh, we use all of the above. All of the above is fine. Your support is perfectly fine on any one of the platform. That's fine. Cash App is $ Man of Prestige. One word. He talks and rants too much. Shalayini is a bastard. Shall I say pastor, not Baba? Shall I? How he's going to control the use of his picture or video. Now he's gonna have to tell Google that because I don't know what you're talking about, but anyway, exactly. He's a public figure and his pictures are online, so it will be used. Imagine, right?
It is my right.
Right.
My picture is my right. My name is my.
Does this sound familiar? You that think I have the rights. I have the right. Does that sound familiar by any means?
You're right.
Baba is your right. Okay, you're right. Let's continue.
Right. Take my name because right now, during April, the Lord spoke to me. He said, anyone that comes after you on the media, get justice. I had it.
Let's rewind. The Lord said what?
It's my right. Take my name because right now, during April, the Lord spoke to me. He said, anyone that comes after you on the media, get justice. I had it from God. And we have gotten lawyers, even up to International Criminal Court. Stop this. If you want to do business, let's talk. 1 million videos.
Okay, at this point, I have to show my face. Just look at my face. Just look at my face. Oh my God. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Oh my God. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go back to work. We can't make this up. Oh, Jesus. No wonder Baba is making news everywhere.
You cannot bring down Baba Debo or even small me. You are wasting time. You are just wasting time. But do not put my picture on your channel, on your blog without my consent. So you are a public officer. I'm not a public officer. You didn't elect me. I'm a public.
No one called you a public officer, sir. Buhari is a public officer. Kiyamu Abikilurukwe is a public officer. You're a public figure. Okay? You're a public figure. Not because we call you public figure, because you put out your own videos and your own images, but all by yourself. Right? We didn't do it. You did it, sir.
Figure, not public officer. You didn't elect me. So you cannot determine how I run a church. The people that should speak up their mind and their discomfort in the church are the members of the church. In fact,
what's the name of the pastor in London that the government and the people ended up telling him how to run his church? My friend used to go to that church years ago, like 30 years ago or so. No, 25 years ago. What's his name? Pastor. What's the name of this other guy? The one that was arguing with Daddy Freeze on tight at one point. He used to have like a high top punk like that on his head. Back in the days, he's cut it off though. What's his name? Somebody help me with his name. I'm trying to remember his name. The name of the church was King something King in London, right? But I think the UK government ended up they hired him into the church, but they took the control of the church, right? Somebody help me with that. Let's see. Suleman is a rabbit hole. Proceed with caution. I hear you. I know what you mean. Ashimolowo, thank you. You should ask Ashimolowo this question. If you want to do business, show yourself, really. Business call. Yes, Ashimolowo, Pastor Ashimolowo. Yes, that was his name. Yeah. So God told him to get justice. So that's what he said. Patricia. Let me see. Let's rewind this small.
The people that should speak up their mind and their discomfort in the church are the members of the church. In fact, one of them, there's somebody that is in prison now. He has been given a sentence, 7 years. And they are calling me, I'm not saying anything. Another one just did an apology. We are not closing our mouth anymore because we are quiet.
This is oppression, sir. This sounds like oppression, sir. So people said a word or two about you and they are locked up. Let's rewind what he said. Again, he's telling me this. I'm hearing that for the first time. I promise you.
I'm not saying anything. Another one just did an apology. We are not closing our mouth anymore.
No. Let's go back. What did you just say?
Speak up their mind and their discomfort in the church are the members of the church. In fact, one of them, there's somebody that's in.
Let me rewind small.
You didn't elect me. So you cannot determine how I run a church. The people that should speak up their mind and their discomfort in the church are the members of the church. In fact,
are they able to speak up in that church? That's the question, sir. Okay, maybe that's not my business. Let's continue.
One of them, there's somebody that's in prison now. He has been given a sentence, 7 years. And they're calling me. I'm not saying anything.
One of them is in prison. He's given a sentence 7 years for doing what, sir? Is it libel, defamation, or just covering your image, using your image to make commentary on your image or what you have to say? Exactly what is he going to jail for 7 years? But your words,
Another one just did an apology. We are not closing our mouth anymore because we are quiet. We're quiet.
Another one just did an apology. Remind me of that, because we have to come back to that apology story in a second.
And you are thinking it's now a culture. You just wake up, hey, have you heard again, oh, Apostle? When Miracle Money started, I stopped it because I didn't understand it. But during Wonders Without Number, I wish they know that when I'm praying for Miracle Money, even me, I'm expecting Miracle Money.
You're getting miracle money, sir, but the truth is that majority of these people that are following you are not going to get miracle money. They probably won't, right? There may be 1 or 2 real testimonies. I'm not knocking that. It's possible, right? After all, it's spiritual power, supernatural power, right? Who am I to question that? What I am saying is an average human being in that even your small church, not small disrespectfully, sir, I mean as in like compared to the whole of Nigeria, compared to the whole of 200 million people, they're not going to get miracle money. What are we now going to do by sir? See, when we get miracle money, yeah, so that's what we're saying.
Me that pray the prayer. You want to go to America, a country that has structure, that has law, that has intelligence.
Walk more our America, structure, intelligence.
Arrange something. Say anything about me. He's stubborn. He has a bad mouth.
Yeah, good job. Learn me. No,
it's okay, but don't say he's fake. Don't go there. I'm not.
I don't know if you are fake, sir. Like, God forbid. You're man.
When some people
of
are
God,
talking, I've never seen a group of people that are so coherent in spewing gibberish, so fluent in verbal stupidity. And you now see
our bloggers don't receive what. I mean, collect. I said receive. You see, that's how you know I'm American. Jesus Christ. But bloggers and YouTubers don't collect what. Jesus Christ. Now get out to
fellow clowns commenting. Men of God. Now wow. They told you what they want you to hear. I help people. We support people. I've heard them say one good thing about Baba Adeboye. Baba Adeboye just gave 18.8 billion. He just said they should.
That's a good thing. We have showcased that right now in this moment. Say it for us again, sir. Baba Adeboye did what again? You can help us say it, sir.
I help people. We support people. I've heard them say one good thing about Baba Adeboye. Baba Adeboye just gave 18.8 billion. He just said they should give to charity. 18.8.
No, sir, you could have said this all the way in the beginning. We're now about, let me see, we're 5 minutes deep into this video. You can say that about 30 seconds and just put it out there. Well, you know what? I know why. You're right, sir. They won't watch the video. They will only watch it on Men of Prestige. So here we go, sir. Let's say it again. 18 billion. Baba Adeboye just put out. Let's go. I
help people. We support people. I've heard them say.
No. First, I hear the first part. He said he help people. I believe him that he helps people. I believe a lot of these men of God help people, by the way, right? But is this expectation that these scandals will disappear because they help people? Unrealistic expectations. This is what they are teaching the population. This is the problem. It's not good enough to be good in your own opinion.
One good thing about Baba Adeboye. Baba Adeboye just gave 18.8 billion. He just said they should give to charity. 18.8. Did you see that on the news? Redeem as a kidney center. Free test. Will they put that on the news? No, they won't get comments. Pastor Chris Oyakilo, man.
You're right. He's very right about that. They won't get comments. Okay. What's the name of this guy who just got proposed? He just proposed to his girl. They're getting married. Leonard, something like that. Leonard, actor, actress, right? Nobody will watch that shit. They don't care. It's just the way it is. But Esa, we go wrap up the good news for you into this type of news. Okay. Unfortunately, 7 people lost their lives in that terrible situation, right? This is the product of that society, the kind of people, the product of the society, the people. That's what's going on. It's something that if you're an influencer like Apostle JOHNSON Suleman, we have work to do. We can't run away from what you have partly created. Not personally, it's not your fault. But you are influencing people in a certain direction. For the past 30 years, it's created what is created. It's not your fault personally. I'm saying as a society, the product of what Nigeria has been doing in terms of how they influence their population, especially their leaders, their men they don't know how to hold self accountable and responsible. It must be somebody else's fault. It must be the blogger's fault. It must be YouTube fault. It must be media's fault. It must be they's fault. Who is they? If we don't identify who they are, you are exposed, sir. Your exposure is just as good as the poor guy next door, sir.
It's one time fed over 2,000 children in an African country. The man of God that carries everything he does, he puts on media. That's the one you call man of God. We build schools, we build hospitals. Some weeks ago.
No, the one that knows how to focus on his good works without worrying about naysayers, even when it's wrong. Okay? The one that puts so much energy in worrying about naysayers, sir. There's too much time. Where is this time coming from? We don't have time, sir. We're supposed to be doing the good work.
Some communities came to me and said they don't have transformer. I have to give them transformer. Some say they don't have.
Bravo.
The youth service building in Auchi. To God glory, I raised it.
Oh, hallelujah.
I even have we had the coppers. Some of them have a meeting with me this morning. The meeting we had.
Wait. Let's just pretend like he didn't know those coppers were in the building directly where he's going to point at them. Let's just act like he didn't know that he was going to reference them in this speech, right? Ola, you are projecting, you are speculating, you don't know. We don't know what we don't know. Ola, you are generalizing. Stop it.
After this, to see how we can set up another building. Should we put that on camera?
No, you should just say it to us, sir, as word salad. After you abuse all the bloggers and all the YouTubers, and then you can just wrap it inside small, just gently, without, no big deal. We're not going to tell the world, even though there's a camera in my face, streaming to the rest of the world. Let's not just tell anybody, right? But we got to tell today. After all, justice must be served. Jesus.
Because we don't do things on camera, we are not men of God. It's okay. I don't have a problem. Man of God, no man of God, it doesn't mean anything to me. But you are making money. Let us talk. I'm calling you now. Don't say I didn't warn you. You want to make money with Apostle Suleman? If I see my picture, I've told, we have 18 YouTubes that we know we have collected. We have instituted legal proceedings on them. I told them
18 YouTubes. These are all YouTube's property, by the way, Baba. They're not my property. Not really. They're not. They're not my property. They are YouTube's properties. At the end of the day, in the reality, is what it is, right? You've collected 18 YouTube. This is a lot of time, Sha. Baba, Ahilo.
People be cutting their videos. Anyone they are saying nonsense about us, be cutting it. If you want to speak about me, speak the truth. You're attacking people. They didn't do this. Oh, they are not pastors. Who are you? Did you call me? You don't tell me how to run a church. You were not there when I started it. Your channel is 4 years, 5 years. You want to protect it at the detriment of a ministry that's 30 years. Take time.
Hallelujah. This channel is 1 year old. Oh. Happy birthday to Man of Prestige. 1 year old exactly. So that was what Baba Apostle Suleman Johnson had to say to us. It was that was an interesting one, wasn't it? Right? Wasn't an interesting one. Let me see. I have one more video that we have to go through. People are asking right now because he came out and said the police are lying. That the police actually deleted that guy because they're trying to cover traces by themselves. That's what he said. And that's possible in Nigeria as a society. That's very, very possible, right? It is what it is. And hopefully we will continue to do our own little bits to continue to educate people on why the world is the way it is, the principles to continue to create better outcomes for ourselves. Is remember that he has turned to Mumu, BC, what the government took his church? No, they took control. That was years ago. It's like 15 years ago. They took control. They started paying him salary. Was the news back then? Yeah, because there was mismanagement of money. Because he was saying people can tell them. He was the people. The government is the people. The people can tell you what to do with your church. Absolutely, that's the fact. But in Nigeria, in the present state of Nigeria, I understand that you to control you. No, you can even arrest them and get them corrected illegally. But anyway, who am I? You have never been quiet, Oga. Of course not. He's oppressing them. He said, in fact, those who speak up are not being listened to and in prison. Abibawo. This guy talks too much and forgets his brain. I didn't say it though. You all say that. You can't tell me what to say. He is a fake. I didn't call him fake. That's all you, Chie. That's all you. I'm also giving him woto back. Are you a content creator? I'd like to check out your channel. If you're a content creator here, let me know. Yeah. Have you received your ultimatum? No, I'm 1 year old though. No, I'm respectful to Baba. Ultimatum bitibawo kojo. You know, kojo. Plus, I will file whatever I need to file. And if they say yes, you're wrong, I'll stand corrected. But on this today, to all of you fantastic 63 people listening to me right now, this news go collect woto, and not Baba. This news. I hope you won't come after your page. I hope not. I hope not. But there's also principles. I've seen people try to come after pages and eventually, they come out all right. Hopefully not. But Sama Aku covers him a lot. He can't do nothing. He can't really do anything. So just make sure you hit that like button. Let's make sure that we're hitting the like button. How many likes do we have? Let's just make sure we're doing that. And then if you hit the like button, then we have less power. Okay, because YouTube is paying attention to all of that. Okay. Oh, come on. I need 35 more likes right now. 35, actually more like 40 more likes. If you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button for me right now. Thank you very, very much. Hit that like button right now. Let's bring it up. I'm missing about 39. That's now. We have one more video to cover. So help me get the likes up. If you get the likes up, they can't do anything, because basically, if you are getting value out of this video, that's how you tell YouTube. If some lame ass 3 people come and click dislike, they're in Oyo, because YouTube can detect that very quickly too. So we can count on the ecosystem to do its work. All right, so let's go into this last video. Shout out to Diola Fayon, who does a fantastic job on our platform. But she did this video about 5 years ago, and Baba was trying to tell us something about since 2017. What was he trying to tell us about 2017? What was Baba trying to tell us? He didn't tell us, but Adiola will tell us. Me too, I will learn. Right? Let's see. All this I gave, not you, the church, everybody's money. Oh, liru, oh, lata. That's true. That's very true, Glamola. But we're nobodies. Let's not correct Apostle.
Nigerian pastor had policemen arrest a 23-year-old lady, that is Stephanie Otobo, who was actually based in Canada prior to her arrest. She was at a bank in Nigeria when policemen beat her up and took her directly to Kirikiri prison without trial. Neither was she allowed to see her lawyer.
This is allegedly, okay? This was the news. Allegations against Baba by a Steph Otobo, who was 23 years old at the time. This was about 5 years ago. Let's keep going.
For days, of course, people were like, why would a man of God, an anointed man of God, use policemen to harass a lady and put her in prison without trial, only for the lady in...
Okay, so in Nigeria, people can, like, elites can get people arrested and put them in prison. Yes, not jail. in prison without trial. And yes, it can be a woman too. All right, that's not funny. That's not funny. But since he's a man of God, we shouldn't say anything about that, right? It could be your daughter as a man. This could be you. What am I talking about? I have family members this has happened to before. They get arrested for no reason, no apparent reason. They release them later. It's just, sorry, we took the wrong person. You can't build that society in that way. And guess what's even worse? You're exposed. Because for every person that has power, somebody has more power than you. Right? They have more power than you, or they can use the same people around you that are hungry to commit criminal acts, right? And then you end up on a YouTube and start saying, they, who is they? Who is they? Who is the they that did something to you, right?
In prison, to tell the whole world that she had an affair with the man of God for a whole year. We were like, no way, the devil is a liar. Once again, everything is allegedly. So don't let anybody quote me. She said that Suleman was giving her thousands of dollars and taking her around the world, and that they were doing it together.
This man licks me from head to toe. He said I make him speak in tongues.
That's funny. That is funny. Make him speak in tongues. Wow. Woo, right? Again, just in case you're wondering, why are we playing this video? Let me show you why we're playing this video, right? Let me show you why we're playing this video. This is why.
There are certain things that have been happening that I've been quiet about. Even if you are the most careless person on earth, you will not give yourself to so much scandals.
Okay, so that's the scandal that Baba is talking about. Let's continue.
Stop it! Do you really have to play that? So she said that Suleman got her pregnant and then proposed to her, and that she accepted his proposal, that he said he was going to divorce his wife, and then he told her to move to Nigeria, and she did. Upon getting to Nigeria, he allegedly gave her some juice, after which she was bleeding and she lost the baby. She also said that she was bleeding for months and that she almost died. So from that time on, she said that she could no longer reach.
All right, so we didn't see any of this. This is what they said. This is what the girl said. This was Stephanie Otobo's allegations in the news at the time. This is where Baba's story started. This is how a lot of us, majority of us, discovered him. Okay. He's since taken advantage of that because his platform has blown up all over the world since then. Okay, again, people are gullible, even if they see the real evidence that this man is fake. I'm not saying it's fake. I don't know that. Even if they see the real evidence that this man is fake, people believe what they believe, Because why? Because it's a belief system. That's how belief systems work. It doesn't need proof. There's no need for proof. I believe. I'm convicted. I'm convicted. I'm convinced. I have conviction in my heart. It is what it is, right? Has nothing to do with facts or rights, like Baba said. Rights. Let's keep going.
The man of God like she used to, and he was threatening her. She believed that the man of God didn't want her to have the baby because that would have been an evidence of the affair, and that all they would have to do would be DNA test, and that because he would have more control over her in Nigeria, that's why he...
Well, this kind of stupid girls, they will continue to fall for stuff like this. You really think he was going to leave his wife for you, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. Nah, that's not how that works, okay? But let's keep going. You may just end up getting arrested for defamation. Baba already threatened. We just call you a blogger or YouTuber. And then get you arrested for defamation, right? Let's keep going.
Lured her to Nigeria in order to get rid of the pregnancy. Me, I don't know. But on March 3rd, Stephanie's lawyer, that is Festus Keyamo, wrote Apostle Suleman. The letter said Apostle Suleman broke her heart after promising to marry her and after getting her pregnant. So she's demanding for 500 million naira as...
Wait, 500 million naira. She wants 500 million naira. Wow. For heartbreak. If that's how people collect 500 million naira for heartbreak all over the place, Everybody will willingly be collecting woto and be chopping breakfast anyhow now. Is it that easy? You see, Kiyamo has always been a joke. No wonder. Let's continue.
Damage control. Ladies and gentlemen, the very same day the letter came out was when Apostle Suleman sent policemen to pick her up, to beat her, and to put her in Kirikiri prison. Stop right there. You know what?
All right, I stop right there. Kirikiri prison is, from what I heard, is the worst. It's the worst of the worst. God forbid. I pray that your family member or yourself will never end up in Kirikiri. It's the worst place ever. People drink each other's pee in these places, right? In the prison, they get to a point that they need to drink. They will start drinking each other's pee, right? But this young lady got thrown in there for chopping breakfast, for wanting 500 million naira. Anyway, let's continue.
Just for 1 minute, my people. Forget that this man is a pastor, okay? Let's just assume he's a regular guy. If somebody should send you this kind of letter and you know that you are innocent and they're asking for 500 million, would you send police to go and beat them up and put them in prison? Especially...
No. I won't do that. What I would do is I will go after them internationally, right? I'll ask them to pay me for making me sleep with them. I'm not saying that happened, right? And I will sue them for defamation of my name, right? And for everything being their fault, you know, and and telling them I don't know them, but even though telling the world that, you know, it's a stripper over somewhere in Germany. But let's continue. I don't know, I'm rambling for a second. Let's continue.
Considering the fact that this same man of God told everybody that he didn't know Stephanie, that he did not know her. He said that he has never met her, but he had her put in prison. Also, after they put her in prison, he charged her with terrorism. He charged her...
terrorism. Baba, terrorism. Okay, wait. Let's go back to this video right here.
There are things. Since 2017, there are certain things that have been happening that I've been quiet about. Even if you are the most careless person on earth, you will not give yourself to so much scandals. There are things people don't know.
But Baba, you sued and get the girl arrested now. How did you give yourself so much? You got the girl arrested. Okay, that's allegation. That's allegedly. Okay, we haven't proven that. Let's continue. This girl just throwing accusations. Let's continue.
With terrorism, not slander, not defamation, but terrorism. I'm like, where did the bomb go up? I mean, I said she must be carrying bomb or some guns, and then I heard that it was about doing kiss together. I'm doing kiss with you. No, you're not doing kiss with me, and you charge the person with terrorism. Papa, again.
Well, again, there's nothing new about that. We have the government charging people with what's that thing that they charge Shore with? They charge him with something like that. You know, what's that thing that when you're trying to plan a coup or remove the government, right? For attempting to remove the government, I forgot the word. You know me, I'm not the best English student, right? So again, when we have the leaders in the country doing this, when people get into those positions, guess what they're going to do? People learn by examples. Right? They're going to do that. A lot of these people were boarding house students, punishing and abusing junior students in school. It doesn't stop there. Oh no, you know, I've changed that because no, they go ahead and continue to oppress people, other people in the society that they feel are less than them. Or you mention my name, or you do an accusation, or you file a lawsuit against me. If they file a lawsuit against you and you are a person of status, why don't you have a lawyer respond to the letter? Why don't you have, like, you have the power to actually never show up to court if you don't want to, and have the case fought properly, right? But no, we must oppress them. We must show them who I am in this society.
He insisted, after charging her with terrorism, he insisted that he didn't know her. I wonder how he knew she's a terrorist. In fact, he's the one that...
Anyway, wala. Let's see what somebody is saying. Let's see. Patricia, isn't in jail is the same thing? What's the difference? That's crazy. Who is this? Yeah, please don't do that here. Please don't curse at the man of God. Don't curse at the man of God. It's not necessary. Okay, if you're cursing at the man of God, it come right back at you. It will come right back at you. Yeah, just so you know. And if you say anything further disrespectful to the MOG, Apostle Johnson Suleman, you will get blocked. Please, that's too much. Thank you, sir. Charles. He did what? Licked. But he's always in scandals now. Well, scandal na scandal. You're a public figure, right? You address it accordingly, right? In-law, it's termed failure of promise to marry. Or in-law is failure. So that's actually in-law. I could be wrong. Maybe you can claim damages, compensation. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Heartbreak. Chop, chop. Break fast. Get money. Let's see. I don't know what you're saying amen to. But let's see. Only the state crown can serve you with, well, not in Nigeria apparently, right? Yeah, there's a word that treason. Treason is the word I'm looking for. Thank you, Larry Deepo. Thank you for that. Thank you. Why is he starting his statement from 2017? Because there's an agenda must agenda. You know now, while 7 people were by because of him and he could not give them bulletproof car, you know. So a lot of people are talking about the bulletproof car. How come it's only his car that has bulletproof car? Let's be honest, okay? He's probably going to be the main target in that convoy. Let's be honest, okay? But as we can see, you may be right. That calculation is off because now a bunch of people have been offed, sadly, right? But I can see maybe they miscalculated and say, hey, if I'm a target, I'm a target. You know, if anybody is attacking the convoy, they come for the car. So, and bulletproof cars are they are costly, right? Unless you're Joe Biden, I'm not sure if all the cars in the convoy will be bulletproof. I'm not sure if that's realistic. But it's sad, nonetheless. It's sad, nonetheless. You know. They don't follow laws in Nigeria as such. Now, so they have the laws written down somewhere, but who is enforcing them? Is it the same leaders that will break the laws? May God help us.
I told the world that this woman is a stripper in Canada, but he said he didn't know her. I mean, for you to know that somebody is a stripper, you must really know the person. You know what I mean? Because strippers don't just tell you up front that they are strippers. Now, 3 days after she was put in prison, she was bailed, yet they refused to release her because the chief magistrate, whose signature was needed for her to be released, could not be found.
Well, that's the only type of power that people understand in that type of environment, you know? The power to oppress other people. You know, that's the only thing they understand. But again, for every time you continue to perpetuate that, you expose yourself to danger. No matter how big you get, you're just another human being like the rest of them in that society. So you can travel, maybe they come back. Maybe you're coming back, right? Especially if you live amongst them and you're some of the biggest influencers and leaders, politicians in that environment, you know. Everyone is exposed. Everyone.
3 whole days they couldn't find, you know, so she ended up spending 6 days in prison. It looks to me as if some powerful people were doing everything to make sure that that girl remained in prison for life. I have a lot of issues with Stephanie. Let me start with my sister in the Lord. You know, she's always talking about God. With everything going on, she's still talking about how God is in control. And I'm like, Stephanie, really?
She learned from the best, right? She learned from the best. Let's hear her
really,
talk now.
I know you're talking about God and all that, but first of all, Stephanie, girl, let me look here in case you're watching. Like, really, girl, you knew this man was married. Did you not know that he's a married man? Yet, according to you,
they were having fun. Remember how she claimed that thousands upon thousands of dollars that she received, right? According to her.
the own word, you were sleeping with him for the whole year. Stephanie, just because he's sending you money, forget about whether the man is a pastor. He's a married man. If you are married,
the last story also is story. Igbo people say akuko story. These are stories. You think this chick cared? She didn't care. She didn't care, you know? She didn't care. Just like, again, remember, she's not accusing of being violated. outside of a broken promise to marry, right? Well, she's not claiming that, so she knew exactly what she was doing when she was messing with the MOG, allegedly.
Stephanie, would you like for another woman to be doing it with your husband?
I know God is in control and God must be God no matter what.
Hey!
Enough, we've had her. Yes, God is in control, Stephanie, but
why did she sound like Tiwa Savage just now? Jesus Christ.
don't sleep with somebody else's husband. Now to Apostle Suleman. For that, where do I start? Where do I start? You know what? Let me give you guys a background, because so many people have been saying that the woman was paid to blackmail him. And for those that are not Nigerians that may not be familiar with this, I'm going to give a short background. Actually, it's not that short. So first of all, Suleman made news last year when he said that Prophet TB Joshua is too small.
Prophet TB Joshua is too small. You are too small. The synagogue is too small to speak against the redeemed.
All right, some things are just consistent, ain't it? Some things are consistent, right? Some things are consistent. What do you think I'm talking about? I'm gonna let you guess. Let's
The
continue. The video.
CTM, too small.
Hey, too small. I thought Christians all serve one God. I didn't know that there's a competition.
It is one God, Joe. There's a story. It's one God. Okay? It's one God we serve now. But sometimes we can be humans and tell ourselves who is the bigger. Lock the other ones inside Kirikiri. You know, so they can learn their lessons. Show them who is the bigger or who is the biggest.
Especially on how big your church is. Can you imagine? And then he made news again in 2016 when he said that the governor of Kaduna State, El Rufai, would die before the end of the year.
I'm talking to the Kaduna governor. You say people should get license for preaching. It's not applicable in Nigeria. I have no problem. We can test powers now. Revoke this law or die.
So Suleman said that he would die before the end of that.
All right, so I remember that news particularly. I didn't even know who it was. I just remember that revoke that law right now. I just remember that. Oh, here we are now. We're still talking about this because he decided to talk about 2017. Baba, sometimes how to move on. Learn how to move on. Oh God. Let me just post this really quickly because I got a few more minutes just in case, you know, just in case somebody wants to come up and chop it up in the last few minutes, you know. I appreciate all of it now. I appreciate you. I'm pinning that to the top just in case. Okay. This man thrives on controversy. I think he might secretly love it, you know. It's diminished his colleagues serving God as well. Nice. Arrogance. God is too patient. Thank God, say God no be man. You ever heard that before? Thank God, say God no be man.
Yeah, the man did not die. Maybe God changed his mind, or maybe God did not send him in the first place. I don't know. All I know is something happened, but the man did not die.
He will die.
Wrong with you? Didn't I just say the man did not die? So sorry, I'm still giving you guys background, you know, about the apostle, so please bear with me. In January of this year,
wait, last time I checked, what's his name? Is he a Rufai? What's the name of that politician? Let's see.
in the first place, I don't know. All I know is something happened, but the man did not die. The man did not. So Suleman said that he would die before the end of that year. The man did not die.
El Rufai is still there, right? Patrick, how are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. El Rufai is still there, right? I think he's still there, right?
Yes, El Rufai is still there.
Hey, Jesus. Oh, we die. Jesus Christ.
Maybe God changed his mind, or maybe God did not send him in the first place. I don't know. All I know is something happened, but the man did not die.
He will die.
Wrong with you? Didn't I just say the man did not die? So sorry, I'm still giving you guys background, you know, about the apostle, so please bear with me. In January of this year, when Fulani herdsmen were killing people in southern Kaduna, the man of God said to his church members that if they see any Fulani herdsman around the church premises, that they should kill him and cut off his head.
And I've told them in the church here, around these premises, that any Fulani herdsman that just entered by mistake, I want to pretend, kill him, cut his head.
saying that it's okay.
All right, so quickly, so he's teaching people to go above the law, right? No. He's just preaching. He didn't mean it like that. Really? Is that how that works? Everything you say in moderacy or in modesty will be done in extremes by your follower. Everyone that's influential needs to know that. That's why we must tread lightly, because that same worry that you're saying, like it's just a light worry, your followers will take you to the extreme for you. That's the way these things work. Why? Because influence is powerful. But of course, Baba didn't know that.
Okay, for Fulani herdsmen to kill people, it is absolutely wrong, and the way the Nigerian government reacted to that story is terrible. It is terrible. It's true that the Nigerian government has not taken the killings in Southern Kaduna seriously. No, they have not. In fact, it's a shame how the government has handled the situation, and some people believe till today that this is because the president is Fulani and the herdsmen are also Fulani. So you understand? So that is absolutely wrong. But at the same time, you cannot tell me that was the Holy Spirit speaking through Apostle Suleman.
Cut his head.
After he
Anyway.
made that statement, the DSS tried to arrest him when he went to Ekiti to preach. At his hotel in the middle of the night, they said that his statement was instigating violence. But guess what? The man of God called Governor Ayo Fayose and he went to stay at Fayose's house.
The truth I want to pass out, if I spend a day with the security operatives, I have churches in 42 countries and I've alerted them. Every Nigerian embassy in those countries will be in trouble.
Did he just say if he spends one night with the police that all Nigerian ambassadors?
All right, he's a character. Patrick, good to see you, sir. Me, I think I've extracted all the lessons out during this session. I just want to hear you talk, sir.
That man, I don't even know how to describe him. You know what I'm gonna say. They should just call him to order. All the spiritual father. My brother, life is so short. Anything could have happened to this man.
Yes, yesterday.
Yes, you said something. There's no smoke without fire. You know that was about 30 years ago. A man of God was killed in Lagos, was deleted in Lagos. He's a young man, and the ministry was big. I still remember him, Ayo Lupotafe. Very big guy like this was coming from the airport and was deleted by some assassin. He has a big church. I don't know if the church is still there. It was the wife that took over then. Very promising man. Has a big church. So what this guy is saying, something, there are two verses that came up to me when I was listening. Hebrew 12:47, follow peace with all men and holiness.
Yes.
Without which no man shall see the Lord.
No man shall see the Lord. Yes, I remember that. I'm not a Bible scholar, but there's some that stands out for me.
And Romans 12:18 said, if it were possible, live peaceable with all men. And Amplified Bible put it this way: if it's possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. All this one that is just making show the man is immature.
Very, very. It's like a money misroad, power misroad. Bah.
No, because people are jobless. When people sit under you in church for 4 hours, you are just talking anything that does not improve people. You are just guessing, That's why the country is not developing. People are just wasting their time under this man. People are going through a lot in that country, but this man is just wasting. He's young. He's a young man. What is wrong with him? I'm so disappointed. Look at the statement he gave. He will have just shot. He doesn't even have to appear.
Not yet.
The PRO will have made a statement. The police will still be investigating. Look at people that died. This man came out that was talking about what happened in 2017. Is the people that died that caused this? He's still saying nobody can kill me or whatever. What is wrong with him? He's immature. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
all what the somebody is saying does not hold water.
Yes.
Talking about miracle money when people don't have job, where's the miracle money coming from? What kind of
Yes.
country? Where does he even get his money? What does he do?
Owó ní owó aláta ni, owó àwọn èèyàn náà ni. Kò sí nǹkan
People
míì.
that have money don't even make noise.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
just
they
be
don't.
talking,
Because they don't
laugh,
have
laugh.
time for it. That's why I keep saying, Baba, you have time. Oh. All this time to just... That's why I keep saying
I've always
that.
been saying, Bola, the 21st century church is all about youth empowerment.
Mm-hmm.
Looking to what is going on with the youth, because the youth are going to take over soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they
We
are
should be
not
preparing
dummies.
them.
They're going to ask you questions.
Mm-hmm.
They are not dummies. They're going to ask you questions. The world is like it's a global village now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows what is going on all over the world. You can't just tell people and not allow people to ask you questions. Prove them wrong. Talk to them. Communicate with them. He's a young man. Is he the only one that was saying with all those guys accusing him? Is he the only one? If he has not done it, I actually believe he did it. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it. You know what I said in the beginning.
As the wife come out one day to say, I trust my wife, my husband, I can die. This
Nope.
This man. No, the man just kept quiet.
Yep.
Am I not by God's grace? By God's grace, I was ordained. I know what some pastor does.
Right. I mean,
So
they're humans, you know.
What was he talking about?
Yeah.
People that
it's above the law.
Yes. We saw again like what happened. The man came out and all those things. What he did. So what is he doing? But this man must stop this. He's just playing with his life. I don't want to say more than that, but then this man, I just pray for him. I just pray for him. Yes, if you look at those Baba that had been there for long, they've gone through a lot, but they are using wisdom.
Yeah.
Papa Depo is older than me. They are using wisdom. They've all been accused, but they are just.
They've all been accused now. They've all been accused. In fact, if you notice the temperament of Baba Oyedepo, his temperament is also very spicy, but he controls him. It's not everything that he answers to, okay?
Yes.
It's not everything.
Depo said he doesn't listen to news. He doesn't have time.
Like, why? Why listen to the news? Less bloggers. Blogs is the most any one of them gets is 40,000 views at any point in time. Why would that matter in the grand scheme of things? Just
if
focus
he really has
on what you're doing.
Busy. If he has a ministry and is busy, let him focus.
Yes.
Look at the people that were wasted. Why is he him?
Why you have come out today and start that statement with 2017 when people's life literally just got wasted?
That's what he's telling me. But what is this man talking about? He doesn't even have to appear. His peer will just give a statement. Thank God for we are alive. We commensurate with people that we are money in our church. In America they will lower the flag. Why does he come out and just be talking about what happened in 2017? These people may not be a member of the church themselves. What is wrong with him? He's an illiterate as far as I'm concerned. Although he said he's a journalist.
Who cares?
Not showing
that. Did he say he was a journalist?
They said, he said he read journalism.
I missed that part.
I'm so disappointed on this guy. We just be talking, boasting.
Yeah.
When we are talking about miracle money, why won't people challenge when people are working out in America, in Europe, to get their money?
He brought it up. That's the funny thing with people that tend to want to shalaye and explain themselves and want to control narrative. They tell on themselves. They will tell on themselves.
People, why are you arresting people? Why are you giving police money to arrest people?
That's another way to tell on yourself. Why are you arresting people?
For what? Let us appear in court. Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Even the president of America, people talk to him, Donald Trump, and how many people are being arrested or whatever.
People talk. People have to talk now. That's why you call it the developed society. I know Nigeria is not there yet, but come on now.
But this guy only so much. Only him. Before I finish from one, another one will start. It's a shame. I'm so disappointed. So what is wrong with this guy? I don't even want to hear about him.
He definitely doesn't have elders in his life. There's no way he has people around him that can hold him accountable.
Yeah, he should have people around him that will be accountable to.
Yeah.
That's
because no one is, because let's be honest, no one is perfect. Maybe you're affected, maybe your emotions were affected and you feel some type of way that people are calling your name, but you talk to someone, you seek wise counsel, like the Bible said, right? And then they might tell you, I know, but leave that one alone. Okay, let's address it this way. Is this defamation? Okay, file a lawsuit proper way. Don't focus on what you do.
It must not be continuous. And you go to pulpit and spend 3 hours, 4 hours talking about the same thing. People, no.
Oh God! I'm not disappointed about Patrick.
No, that's reality. That country security is porous. But yeah, I saw them when they were burying the security people.
Right.
Well, yes, if they can attack Buhari's convoy. And so we lost some people. So what is wrong with this man? I didn't even know. It was at work that I went to work. I was in my table when I opened. I saw, and some people were saying it was Maureen and this lover that were against him. The plan was, what is wrong? What Maureen?
This lover,
what Maureen got to do with that? What is wrong with these people?
They are after him. So those are the days. They are after since 2017.
When they are attacking Buhari convoy.
Yeah.
Are we not supposed to be praying for our people? We say, God, if they can attack these people,
yes,
that means
no one is safe. No one is safe.
Yes, that's what
that should be the main point.
And this man is talking about what happened in 2017. What is wrong with you?
Agenda must agenda. What happened in 2017? Okay, you're about to tell us. He now told us. You tell on yourself. You don't know how to move on. You don't understand that life is not perfect. You don't understand that.
People are deleted. That's serious. Have they not attend? And they showed on news when they attacked one governor. It's in Kaduna or whatever. Yes, when they were shooting seriously and they covered the man.
Yeah. So it's a very dangerous thing. It's a very even me myself, because I run quite a few businesses. Even me myself, I've just engaged a few people to hold me accountable, because there are certain moves that I make. In my mind, when I was making it, I felt like I was doing the right thing, but there's a blind spot. Everyone has a blind spot. So I've engaged a few of my friends, like, hey, including my wife too, like, hold me accountable. If I make another move and I don't, you check me on that, because I can only see so far. And sometimes we get in our own head, especially if you are on a pedestal, especially if you're a man of a certain status, especially you need people to hold you accountable. You need people to say, Baba, stop. You don't have to say anything about this issue. You can let it go. Your children were in that car.
Yeah.
So that means they were traumatized from that situation. Why is that not the big deal, right? Why are we talking about 2017?
I was talking about Kirk Franklin that said that he said that all the gifted should be made accountable in the body of Christ. So this guy does not even look at the scenario what happened. He's not even shocked. Some people will not even be able to get themselves together. Will be visiting family, will be planning on how to do this thing, Make sure the PRO will be giving them what to say. Not this man coming out. People have been calling. If they call, and so what? They should just bring out an official statement. It's safe, so we commensurate with people that would, the police will be in action now.
Yeah.
Man, my brother, I didn't expect him to come out and begin to talk this.
It's so early.
Put himself down.
People like them, they make things easy for us, because me, when I scheduled this show last night, I just said,
He dropped traffic to your platform.
Yeah.
He dropped traffic to your platform.
Yeah. When I covered last night, I was like, the lesson here is that no one is safe.
Yeah,
all the elites. That's why I said,
we are not saying.
the exposure exposed is like everyone is exposed. Is my point with that. Of course, it correlates with the little clickbaity too, right? But I was like, then when you now release that statement to that, I was like, these people, they just keep giving more ammunitions. They hand the gun over to destroy themselves. Why can't you just shut up for now? Just shut. It's okay. Like, people can say things. People say things about everyone, especially if you are on that stage, on that high pedestal.
Yeah.
The less you say, the faster it will go away. But no, they must say something shiny.
This
have
guy
to say
gave an
something.
account, Chris Okafor, Pastor, Dr. Chris or Pastor, when he
Mhm.
was kidnapped. They deleted his orderly. One of the personal assistant was kidnapped for more than 1 month. The guy they took him to his village, they demanded millions. They took him and dropped him. I was like, oh my God, the man recounted that horrible something. They deleted police. He said the personal assistant was the one that was praying that they will not delete this man so that people will not say, okay, maybe use him for sacrifice. You know what I mean? But it's ugly. He was just coming from a program. So that country is not safe. That's what you should be saying.
That's what you should be saying. We have work to do. This place, that's what you should be saying. 2017, BT, what happened? Okay, now we just.
I just don't know what is wrong with him. I must say, this guy he said he's full of nothing.
Yeah.
Because maybe he's being haunted by people. Why should you be, if you are not involved?
Yeah.
If you are not involved, why should you be haunted?
If you are haunted, that's a possibility. It's still the authority that should do the investigations.
Yes.
There's still a due process.
The guy that talked that he said, well, I don't know what's it called? Pastor Apostle, but the first day I met him, he gave me 2 million. He gives us, what is wrong with this one? Gave you 2 million. Is that what we are talking? And so what? He said, I know the people that I'm not going to mention him, but I know of this lover. This lover has run away and Maureen Badejo. I said, what is this?
Who said that? Who said that?
I it just pop up on my phone.
Oh, okay. Conspiracy theory. Funny characters.
Maureen Badejo is not hiding. He lives in Luton in England. I've been to
right.
He's not hiding.
Yeah, because he has done hurtful things. People are after him. He cannot stand criticism. He applies to every Tom, Dick, and Harry, a so-called man of God. Yeah, that's how you know that people are.
Yes.
They feel threatened.
If you love his family, his children.
Yeah.
Because if anything happen now, people they will forget him.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. They will forget him. Whatever he has done, let him just last and just go and thank God. Look at people that lost their life. Now, what do you want those family to talk? Those people's family, what do they want them to say? You come out here talking about what happened in 2017. Am I the one that connects you with the October or whatever? What did he call Patrick? What did he call all that?
I mean, it's just that's what people keep saying. Like, is it just you? Why is it just you? Shall you this same person? You know,
why did
you the same person? We're not saying it's you, but we're asking, why is it just you that these people are just you, Sha? All 27 of the actress, not just you, Shani. We didn't even talk about the 27 actress, the allegations that he messed with, right?
He's the man that wants to marry multiple wives. Good luck. That one doesn't concern. People will still come to your church. But don't come and begin to deceive.
People will still come anyway.
They
but of course, it can.
Who cares? People will still come. If you want to tell your wife that you are polygamous, bring them to your house. Yes, if you think it's a man, don't hide under the umbrella of the talking of Papa. You'll be making reference to Papa every time. Leave that one. Don't use that. Papa Debo is my father. Who cares?
I'm going to see that somewhere. My father.
My father not those things. I just look at it.
Yeah.
The youth of this day, they are so smart. They are watching you, everything. Look at what the other is saying. Everything you are saying, everybody they are recording it, they are analyzing it. They are looking
Yeah.
at your behavior and everything. Don't
Yeah.
just come out and you should just be
Yeah,
tagging.
we don't care what you're saying. We're watching your behavior. Your behavior is all that matters. You know, your body language tells on you. Your behavior tells on you. Your next action to try to control narrative will tell on you again. The more you try to cover up, the worse it gets. If you don't change your behavior.
Allah, you are so fast. People are they're putting everything together. By next week, you see all those people coming out now.
I know. It's going to be mad. Yeah, I could tell it's going to be another mad news. I could tell.
Yes, Auntie B is just relaxing. And
I can't wait to see her. See, she's going to cover it. I can't wait to see her.
People are going to be coming and say, don't happen again. No. People are saying Jeep lovers ran away. I said, what is wrong with this people?
This one is even a victim, right? But he still had to say something. Like, why?
That's what I'm saying. People are going to analyze what is wrong with this man. Why did he come out? What is he talking about?
You are the victim. Everybody, I'm sure people want to, including myself, I want to, like, you know, condolences and, that's sad though. Nobody wants that to happen to anybody. Those are innocent people that were in his convoy, right? Why must you say something and you're going to say something? You start with 2017. Baba, what did happen for 2017?
I'm going up and nobody will. What is wrong with this man?
I'm going up. They don't want me to go up. Go up to where? I beg, like this video, hit this like button. Thank you very much, everyone that's watching. Hit that like button. Thank you so much, Gorex Corner. Are you a content creator? Please let me know, because I would like to support any content creator in the house. Yes, he can stand criticism, but he wants to be praised and worshipped. Or he will praise himself and worship himself if you don't. It's okay. He wants to prove that he can talk back now. Don't need to more. The media is undefeated. It's you that should watch how you move. Him alone, self woman. He thinks everybody is definitely not the generation that we're in right now.
Yes, not the generation.
Yeah.
Yes. If you make
at least we will ask questions with due respect. Yeah.
People can come out and you can apologize. I'm sorry for that. But this man will just come out boldly talking. Because it's giving some people food in wherever. Who cares about that?
I'll be telling Uncle before Uncle, you're supposed to give them food.
We send money to people in Nigeria, people that we don't even know. We don't have
exactly
noise,
until Showere started doing the math 4 years ago. Who knew that billions of dollars were going back to Nigeria? Not billions, but millions in Nigeria. In terms of people do stuff every day, like stop, like you do what you do. Kudos to you. Continue to do that. That doesn't mean you're not gonna get called out.
Yes,
if there's consistent allegations.
People are giving. From they give. You don't have to. We're all there. We see how people in Nigeria, but don't just be making noise and say I did it. Don't do that. I'm just so tired.
Baba go do all right. He go do all right, but we will continue to check.
It's not even him. The scenario in Nigeria, like we always said, that we are not even safe with all the convoy and all those things.
Yes.
So that's the scenario in Nigeria now. That's the main issue. But forget whatever happened to the 27th, that's your problem.
Right.
Let's be relevant. So
yes,
I'm still hanging in.
We're rounding up. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you as always. I think the main lesson here is really pride. We all have to be careful with pride. Pride is 100% destructive. Pride goes before the fall. This is always true. Pride, arrogance sometimes can conflict with confidence. They're not the same thing. Just beware. Just be self-aware. And if you feel the need to shalaye, there's a good chance you're going to be doing it wrongly. Okay? If you feel the need to shalaye yourself, that's a good chance that you will be roping yourself even more so on the leg. There are proper protocols, due process. If there's anything that you have to say, You feel like somebody accused you wrongly, which can happen too. That can happen too, right? Let's not cap, right? People can decide they want to hurt you, maybe because you're a threat to them, right? But nonetheless, you should understand that there's due process. There's a way to go about it. You don't just go about and try to attack back. That thing that Christians say, vengeance is mine. Let's practice it. Practice it. Vengeance, was it God? The Lord says, vengeance is mine. It doesn't mean you can't seek justice or go through proper due process. But what is addressing is particularly your level of patience, right? The idea that you're just going to go attack by yourself, or just go for it and defend yourself by yourself. That's why that song is that powerful. That song, Oni Bejoro, right? That song that God is my advocate, right? That song is a powerful song, right? There's advocates. There are people that do that professionally. There are PRs. If you're a superstar in your own rights, which this gentleman is a superstar. He is. Apostle Suleman is a superstar, right? He's a rock star. You need to have people that help you handle this type of matters, PR statements, people that did it diplomatically before you. They were not dumb. They weren't stupid. They just know what you don't know. You see what I'm saying? They just know what you don't know. They know something that you're probably not aware of. And if you refuse to engage this and say, hey, what is it that they don't know? You're probably going to self-destruct. But anyway, shout out to you, Glam Ola. Shout out to you. I don't recall your name, but good to see you. And thanks for engaging. Generations of with due respect that ask questions, they will ask. He's annoying. Peter, shout out to you, Larry Deepo. Shout out to you, Deepo. Thank you so much for stopping by. Shout out to Esther. Shout out to I know Chinye was here earlier. Shout out to Eunice. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. Shout out to Gorex, of course. Shout out to Patricia Black. Shout out to BC Ade. Shout out to you all. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Go ahead. Shout out to Bob Patrick as always. Bob Patrick, your wisdom is unmatched. Thank you so much for coming to share. Chichi, thank you so much for stopping by. Duchess Chinyere, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. And Chinye 1, good to see you. All right. Let's see who else was here. I appreciate you. Make sure on your way out that you're hitting the like button. Okay. Prevailing TV. Shout out to you. That's why I said something earlier now. Shout out to you now. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all 56 people watching this live. I know many people are listening in the background. They're just about their life. It's Saturday evening, for me at least. I don't know if you are Tuesday where you are. But shout out to all of them now. I appreciate you. And hopefully you've been hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. And then I'll see you on the next one. And peace.